And this Grammy goes to Meditations, the Reflections of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama.
Okay, I'm not the Dalai Lama, obviously. But my name is Rufus Wainwright, and it was a privilege to participate in this project. It's an honor to accept this recognition on behalf of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, whose wisdom is at the heart of this work. In his words, the most precious human quality is warm-heartedness and caring for one another.
China has once again reacted angrily, this time over a cultural award. The trigger is the Grammy Awards won by the Dalai Lama at the 68th Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. The 90-year-old Tibetan spiritual leader received his first Grammy in the Best Audiobook, Narration and Storytelling Recording category for his spoken word album Meditations, the Reflections of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. What could have remained a moment of global recognition quickly turned into a political flashpoint. Beijing criticized the award sharply and said it firmly opposes the Dalai Lama using international platforms for what it described as anti-China activities. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian stated that the Dalai Lama is not a purely religious person and accused him of being a political exile engaged in separatist activity under the guise of religion. China also warned against using the Grammy platform as a tool to challenge Chinese sovereignty.
Terminals in Panama operated by C.K. Hutchison, following Panama's Supreme Court ruling that C.K. Hutchison's
众所周知，14世达赖并不是单纯的宗教人士，而是一个披着宗教外衣、从事反华分裂活动的政治流亡者。我们坚决反对有关方面将艺术评奖作为反华政治操弄的工具，这一立场是一贯的、明确的。
This reaction fits a long-standing pattern. China has consistently labeled the Dalai Lama a separatist and has objected whenever he receives international recognition or engagement. Any global honor, meeting or platform involving him is viewed by Beijing as a political provocation rather than a cultural or spiritual moment. From India's perspective, the contrast is striking. The Dalai Lama has lived in exile in Dharamsala since 1959 after fleeing Tibet following a failed uprising against Chinese rule. For more than 6 decades, India has hosted him as a spiritual leader, not a political actor. Dharamsala remains the heart of the Tibetan community in exile and a symbol of peaceful coexistence. Globally, the Dalai Lama is widely regarded as a voice of non-violence and moral authority. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989 for his peaceful struggle for Tibetan rights. Even today, he maintains that he does not seek independence for Tibet but genuine autonomy within China, a position he has repeated consistently over the years. At the Grammy ceremony, his response reflected that same tone. He did not present the award as a personal victory. Instead, he said the recognition could help spread messages of peace, compassion, environmental responsibility, and the oneness of humanity. His remarks stood in sharp contrast to the political outrage coming from Beijing. The Dalai Lama edged out well-known nominees including Trevor Noah and US Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, yet the focus quickly shifted away from the cultural achievement to geopolitical tension. For China, Tibet remains an extremely sensitive issue, and any global spotlight on the Dalai Lama is seen as a challenge to state authority.